Good day. In this lecture video, we will be talking about proposition and truth values. So what is a proposition? A proposition is a declarative sentence with a truth value of either true or false, but not both. So basically, a proposition is just a sentence, no? Which could be true or which could be false. So here are the examples, okay? So um, some of these examples here are not a proposition. We will go through them one by one. So in letter A, we have the only positive integer that divides 7 are 1 and 7 itself. As you can see, this is a true statement since 7 is a prime number and there is no other number that could divide the prime number but 1 and itself. So that is why this sentence is a proposition. Letter B. Alfred Hitchcock won an Academy Award in 1940 for directing Rebecca. So in this sentence, I think we need to search it on Google if this is correct. But but actually, this is a proposition as well. So if you search this on Google, yes, Alfred Hitchcock won an Academy Award in 1940. Now let's go to letter C. For every positive integer n, there is a prime number larger than n. Basically, this is a proposition because, again, since we have infinite numbers of no, we have infinitely large numbers, there is always a number that is larger than a given n. In D, we said here, Earth is the only planet in the universe that contains life. So this is not a proposition since it is not proven yet that the Earth is the only planet that contains life. Since the universe is large, very large, we cannot conclude that. The next example is that buy 2 tickets to the Unhinged Universe rock concert for Friday. So again, this is not a proposition since it is not either true or false. It's a sentence that somewhat is kind of commanding or ordering, no? So this does not have any truth value at all. So this is not a proposition. Lastly, letter F, we say that f of x plus 4 is equals to 6. Is this a proposition? This is not a proposition. Again, because we don't know the value of f of x. And this is not proven yet. Okay, so that is basically what a proposition means. So a proposition is usually represented as a letter P, Q, and R. So for example, we say this is the notation if we want to declare a proposition. That is, a proposition P is equal to today is Monday. So we write a proposition this way if we want to relate a sentence or a proposition to a variable. So it could be P, Q, R, which is the most common variable used for a proposition. Okay, so now let's proceed to compound proposition. Compound propositions are composed of sub-propositions and various connectives. Basically, compound propositions are sentences that contains one or more propositions. And like all of those propositions, we have what we call the connectives. Okay, so these connectives will be discussed in the next lecture video. And what are they and how can we use them? So I will be discussing that later. The next type of proposition is the primitive. So primitive proposition is basically the opposite of the compound proposition. It just means that it could not be broken down into simpler proposition, meaning it is a proposition alone or in itself. So example is this one. This is a primitive proposition since this proposition only contains one. one proposition, one sentence, and one truth value. Okay, so that is all for propositions, and see you on the next lecture video.